first thing you need is a piece of steel, 6mm square, round about 200mm. Get it hot. Now you just need to draw this out to a square taper. Draw it out quite a fine taper. Something like that. And then the same on the other end. And you've got to try and keep it the same square all along the whole length, for reasons that will become obvious when we put a twist in the middle. Okay. Yep. Now, a small scroll on each end, using scrolling tongs or whatever you've got handy. Just a nice little scroll like that. And same on the other end. Okay, now I'm going to make a scroll on the other end, and we try and get them the same because both of those scrolls are going to come together fairly closely when we put the loop in. So we want them to be as close as possible to the same. Like so. Now, that's where we're up to. Now we've got to get this loop here, and we've got to try and get the two twists running in opposite directions. You can do them one at a time, but we have an invention for that. Have a look at that. With a cold bit first, and just explain. Okay?
Yep.
Okay, to put the twists in opposite directions, like a reverse twist, what we've made is this little turnout here. And it will hold that piece of 6mm square, like that. And then we can put our shifter on the middle and turn that around when it's hot so that the twists will run in opposite directions. That's the theory. It sometimes works, it sometimes doesn't, but that's the theory. So we'll get that hot and we'll see if we can make those reverse twists. And what we need to do is get an even heat as much as possible. I'll wear 2 gloves for this because your fingers get a bit close to that hot metal there. Tighten that down. Get your shifter, put it in the centre of there and twist away. And you'll get one twist running one way and one running in the opposite direction. Like so. You've got one going that way, one going that way. Try and finish with the square in the middle level with that. That one's a little bit tighter, but it's pretty close. Okay, like that. Now we've got to put our loop in there and cross these over. So what we need to do is put this loop in now. That one's a bit short, so we'll put that one in. That's about right. So we've got to pull this round and cross over the 2 scrolls on each side. Now you have to remember when you do this that the 2 scrolls have to face away from you, and then pull that round and try and cross those 2 scrolls over like that. And you've got to try and get them level on each side. Sometimes you have to do a little bit of tweaking to get those two scrolls level, but that's pretty right. Now that's offset, so we need to cross halve that so that those are flush on each side, and we'll do that now. That's not bad.
That's pretty good.
Right, all right.
Yep.
We might take a picture of him coming out of here, Morris. What do you think? So we grab that in the flat spot at the top if you can, like that, and then cross those two over. Cross one like that, and turn him over. Cross the other one like that. Now if you're real keen you could forge weld that, but there's no, it's not structural, it's only decorative, so I don't worry about any welding there. Just cross it over so that it gives a nice even on both sides, and that's just about done. While he's warm, probably a good idea to put your touch mark on, so we'll just put a quick touch mark on the back there, and then we can turn it over and do a bit of burnishing on the front to make that look nice. Burnishing thing? Oh, you're doing that.
Just getting a bit of this.
People from all over the world.
Yep.
Now to make him look nice, what we'd like to do here is just, first of all, at a low heat. It doesn't have to be really hot, just a low heat. Give him a bit of a brush. Gets the scale off. Now that's on the upside down, so we'll go that way. Give him a brush on the other side. Now remember, this is still hot, but you don't want it to be red hot to burnish it. Red hot's too hot, it'll just vaporise the brass. So what we'll do now is get our brass brush and give it a little bit of a burnish like that. And these troll crosses were sort of have a Viking history. People like to put a leather strap around them or something, wear them as a pendant or an amulet or something like that. They were supposed to scare away evil trolls or something. The Vikings must have been a superstitious mob. So, remembering that that's still hot, give it a quench. And there is a troll cross. Easy peasy.